All right, we're live from the Best Western Hotel. I'm going to begin the shave-in today with the Triskele from Murphy and McNeil. So this is supposed to be a barber shop, and to me, it honestly smells like Old Spice. I could be wrong. I know what Old Spice smells like, but I don't use it that often. But smells like Old Spice to me, or at least in that realm, kind of like has that unique spiciness to it. So Murphy and McNeil Triskele in the Aeon base, I believe. So we got some of that loaded up in our Stirling collapsible travel bowl, and we're gonna be using a Fader 2-band Silvertip. Somebody commented on one of my videos, they wanted to know what model and all the model number and all that. I don't know. I bought this a long time ago when I kind of took the plunge into wet shaving, and I could not honestly tell you what model it is. You're gonna have to look it up, something similar. But it is a great little brush. And bear with me today, guys, because this is probably the start of me doing shaves first thing when I wake up rather than after I get off work, because my schedule is about to change after this training. I'm going to be using the Karve, load a Gillette Platinum in there. Fresh Gillette Platinum. See if I can't manage to not cut myself. Got through a blind shave, so if I cut myself with without the blindfold, that's going to be pretty embarrassing. Alright, so we're going to be using the Karve stainless steel with the aluminum open comb and the C plate. And since it's Monday, we're going to be using a little bit of menthol, some Stirling frost drops. So let's get this going here. I'm just going to add the frost drops directly to, well, actually I should shake it before I make a mistake. Alright, I'm going to add some frost drops directly to the bowl. Kind of waiting. The thing with this stuff is that a lot of juice will come out, but I don't see like a lot of crystals come out. And then it just kind of in one big squirt. Like it'll release a lot of juice fairly easily, but it won't like release the crystals fairly easily. So we'll give that a shot. I think it was a lot of juice, and if it was a whole hell of a lot of menthol, then I guess we're gonna have a whole hell of a lot of menthol. So I'll wring out my theta brush. I normally let this sit beforehand, but totally forgot today. Alright. So, I recently saw IAMCDB, Chris. He was talking about the customer service at Murphy and McNeil. And off the top of my head, I'm not remembering what his situation was. Oh, okay. I remember. His label, he complained that his label on the tub that he received had a large bubble in under the sticker. And he kind of made the point that, you know, we're free advertising, us YouTubers. Not he wasn't tooting his horn or any of our horns, but it's just the fact is that we're free advertising. And he likes to showcase the best foot forward of a company, you know what I mean? He likes to make them look as good as he possibly can. And that hole in the label is just kind of like a big like a bad first impression type deal. And he said he didn't contact them whatsoever, and they reached out to him for his address and they sent him a new label. So they went above and beyond on customer service, and I thought that was pretty cool. And I mentioned in his comment section that I had a Murphy and McNeil customer service story of my own, and that I would put it on video when I had time. And sorry guys that I took a couple days off there. I knew I had this training coming up on, and it was kind of short notice. I learned about it about midweek, and there's shit that I wanted to get done around the house before I took off, so I just took off a couple days from shaving and went to get some stuff done around the house, because I'm gonna be out here for a week and a half, so you can enjoy this best Western scenery for a week and a half in the background. Anyhow, my Murphy and McNeil story was I ordered two sets of soaps and aftershaves, and I ordered one of my aftershaves with menthol, but it didn't arrive with menthol. And I put it on video, and I said, it's not that big a deal because I have Barrister Mann's Terrorade synthetic menthol additive, and I have Stirling's Frost Drops menthol additive. So it's really not that big a deal because I can just use that. So not the end of the world. And I liked both of the sets that I got. I got the St. James, which was in the Slant base, or Slant. Basically means cheers. It was a soap made with beer. And the Nantahala, which was the Kodiak base. But when I ordered the aftershave, I believe in the menthol in the Nantahala aftershave, and it didn't arrive that way. But I just blew it off. I was like, yeah, it's not the end of the world. I have menthol if I want menthol. Alright, here we go. And I'm not feeling a whole hell of a lot of cooling, just like a very mild chill. So I think, like I said, it was just a whole hell of a lot of juice, not a lot of crystals. Alright, here we go. Anyhow, Murphy and McNeil reached out. They saw my video, reached out, and asked for my address. They said sorry about the problem about the aftershave. And I thought it was cool. They didn't ask me to produce a receipt or anything like that, which I'm not saying like go cheat their system or anything, but they just took my word for it, and they wanted to make it right. And they said, we'll send you another aftershave, and with menthol this time. And they said, they were gonna send along, and I said, don't even worry about it. It's not that big a deal. I just appreciate that you reached out. I don't need two of the same aftershave, you know what I mean? And they said, well, at least let us send you some samples or something else. And I said, well, I'm not going to turn down some samples. So I gave them my address, and I picked a couple out. And he got them out. He got them in the mail immediately. They arrived quickly. And after I got them, I got contacted again. and they asked, you know, are you satisfied with the samples? Is there anything else we can do? And I was just, I'm more than satisfied, you know, more than satisfied. They went above and beyond, just like CDB said, just like Chris said. They went above and beyond, and I honestly couldn't be more happier with my purchase and transaction with them. So, like Chris said, you made a customer for life out of me. I'll be tuning in and trying my best to support more in the future, because I know, you know, if anything, if I'm dissatisfied in any way, they'll make it right. And that's, you know, that's the way business should be done, regardless of if it's in the wet shaving world or out or abroad. So, Murphy and McNeil, definitely definitely someone that I'm going to be supporting from now on. All right. So let's talk about the soap. I am convinced this is a Old Spice clone, or at least like an inspired take on it. The Aeon base. This is my first use of the Aeon base. Like I said, I had the Kodiak base and the Sleant base, or Slante, whatever it's supposed to be. And this is my first use of the Aeon base, and it's pretty damn good. I just breezed right through that first pass. Plenty of slickness. It appears to be a somewhat low volume lather, which is perfectly fine for me. It's pretty much the industry standard these days. But it was easy to lather up. I think it has decent cushion and plenty of slickness. So that's all I can ask for. All right, good enough. Pass 2 with the Gillette Platinum and the open comb carve. Yeah, so once I take over my new schedule, I'll be doing shaves before I go to work. I think that's how I'll move forward, since I'm going to be starting at 8:30 a.m. and I assume I'll be getting off at like 5. So I think I'm just going to start doing shaves before I go to work. It'll be a bit of a shock to the system. But I think that's what needs to be done, so. Wow. And this, I don't know, when it comes to aggression, I feel like this mid-aggressive C-plate open comb is all I would ever need. Like, I could buy an open comb, or I could buy like a Murla R41. Murla. I think that is the way they say it. It's funny because the Germans try to explain how to pronounce it, and I feel like pretty much all of us just fuck it up. But I think it's Murla. Like, a lot of people say Mula, and a lot of people say Mula. But I think it's Murla, like Murla. But I could be wrong. I probably am. But I could buy the Murla R41. And I'd have all that extra aggression. But I just did a with and against, and I didn't even do my little, sometimes I'll do like a across the grain. Actually, most of the time. But I totally left those out, and I couldn't be more BBS. And that couldn't have been more smooth feeling on the face. Like there's a little bit of blade feel because of the open comb, but it's nothing crazy whatsoever. I couldn't be more BBS right now. So, C-plate open comb on the Karve. That's all I'm ever gonna need. Alright, let's get this off the face and we'll get into some post-shave. I brought a bunch of shaving gear up because I do plan on doing videos before I go. It's about the worst time to be vacationing in Spokane. Well, I guess it's not vacationing, it's work training, but it's about the worst time to be visiting another city because we're on fucking shutdown. So I can't do anything. I can't hit the town. I can't, well, I can visit their local breweries, but they only have to-go options, so it's basically going to be a week and a half of sitting inside a fucking hotel. So, not looking forward to that. I just want to get this training done and over with so I can be back home. I gotta be extra cognizant of soap in the beard. I don't want to walk into work with soap in my beard. Normally I just go right to sleep after my videos. Now I gotta be extra cognizant so I don't have any residual left over as I walk into work. Alright, we're gonna be using another sample, some Barrister Mann's Reserve Classic. I'm unsure what this one is based off of, but it comes in these cool little sample containers. You just kind of peel the cap off. And it has like a plastic lining. Get rid of my trash here. Kind of give it a squeeze, kind of like a milk carton. I'll just pour some out. Alright. Set that aside. Okay, smells familiar. What does it smell like? Fuck. It smells familiar. I wish I knew what it was. So the Reserve line, these aftershaves kind of bring back popular fragrances from the past. And this is their way of kind of keeping them alive. But for the life of me, it's definitely recognizable. I don't know. Man, I'm gonna sound like a fucking idiot. It smells kind of like faintly of like Amber Rose. Like a much toned down version of Amber Rose from the Shaving Shop Club. It has like a spiciness to it too. Like, I don't want to say incense, but I gotta be wrong. I gotta be wrong on this one. It's like green and spicy. I don't know, but it is nice. It's pretty light on the fragrance, so it's not gonna be offensive whatsoever. And it'll, to be honest, it'll probably wear off rather quickly anyway, so I'm gonna throw a fragrance on top regardless. But we'll do a little recap. Murphy and McNeil's Triskele and the Aeon base, which I believe is like a mixed beef tallow duck fat base, I believe. I really should do more research, but correct me if I'm wrong. Stirling's Collapsible lathering bowl there. Got my Thader 2-band Silvertip, which actually I've been watching SoSharpDavid's channel for a while, and at one point he mentioned how much he liked this brush. And so when I was early on in my wet shaving journey and impressionable and whatnot, I was like, well, I like David's channel and he likes this brush, so I should get this brush. And I'm happy I did. I really do enjoy this thing. I think the handle's a bit basic bitch, but the knot on it is fantastic. So there's the Thader 2-band Silvertip, and got the carved stainless steel with the aluminum open comb C-plate and a fresh Gillette Platinum blade, which performed fantastic for me today. I used some Stirling frost drops, and I think I got mostly the juice and not a whole hell of a lot of the actual menthol, because it was just really like a real nice but mild chill. I don't think I got a lot of menthol crystals in there. So that's it. That was my shave. That was the recap. So wish me luck, guys, on my training, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for another shave. Have a good week.